Yeah. Yeah. It'd be how it'd be. But yeah, that was some pretty good progress today. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be how it'd be. But yeah, that was some pretty good progress today. Alright. Hello, hello. I have some cereal, and I'm ready to code some things. Alright, so last time we had a bit of a shorter screen. This one's also going to be short, probably even shorter. I don't think this one's going to be very long. It might go for an hour and a half or so. We made some hazards and some checkpoints. Mainly the hazards is going to be the topic of today. We're going to be continuing what we did with the hazards. And basically just make them actually work. Because currently we have a animation here. Boulder won't fall, where the boulders will fall onto the track. But they don't actually do anything. We also do not have an idle animation that plays after they land. But for this one, I don't think it matters too much because they're just going to land and explode is what's going to be the end result, I think. Like a VFX that plays. So yeah. We're going to go about doing that. I probably should have waited to start the stream until I was done this cereal because I'm still eating this cereal. But oh well, here we are. Cereal's gonna sit and wait till I'm done my cereal. This is very entertaining. Now I think about it, where is Twitch chat? Or not Twitch chat, YouTube chat. I just realized this. Because I do not see it. Full screen OBS. No, I don't. Huh. That's interesting. Because I feel like YouTube chat would be kind of an important thing to see. Chat. Oh, here we go. Okay, I think that works. Should be able to see it now. Alright. Botrix has correctly joined the channel. What is Botrix? I'm intrigued. Whoops, I accidentally closed the chat. Yep, this is good. This is going well. Okay, that's fine. I don't think anyone's tuned in yet, so I can finish eating this too. That's fine. So there'll be nothing at all. Who created Cheerios? They were onto something, I must say. I'm all ready, so let's do this. Okay. Oh yeah, I think the music is a little loud. I was looking into the stream and it seemed a little loud. I hope I don't get a copyright claim this time. I did last time, fun fact. I don't know if it's because I didn't include the link to the music in the description. It's definitely copyright free. It's like it's like one of the most well-known copyright free playlists on YouTube. It's like the first result, one of the first results when you just look up copyright free lo-fi. And I've not seen a single comment. I literally sat for like 15 minutes, looked through like all the top comments, all the recent comments. I could not find a single person saying that they got a copyright claim or anything. So I don't know what happened with me, but they didn't like forward like four different songs that played threaded, but only on Twitch. So that's weird. That's odd. But I also don't care enough to find another source, so we're just gonna leave it and hope that it's fine. I hope that it's fine. Excuse me. All right. Anyways, let's get on with it. So what I was thinking was we could have it so that these oh right, we already set this up. We just didn't actually add the code that makes it happen. Oh, this is the wrong script. This is for the thing I was working on earlier. That's the what is it? The model replacement mod for the female protagonist of Persona 3 Portable that I made for Lethal Company. So let's not be editing that code today. It's not what we are doing. Let's create a new folder just to put this input stuff in. Call it input. Just put all this stuff in there. And then we'll put these into scripts. And then we really need to organize this a bit better, but it's okay. It's fine for now. Alright. I only have the one thing open, right? Yes, I do. Okay. Alright. So, yeah, we added this code. Now we just need to check. Let's see. I'm trying to think of how we want to do this. Impact distance. We could have we'll do an update. And then we'll basically check if in impact, then check for distance between this and player. That makes sense. And we have a reference to the player in the race controller. Mistaken. Yes, we do. So we can do race controller instance player transition. We're gonna do a vector3 player position. What's that? And then we're just gonna check float distance to player equals player position dot or we're gonna do this or transform dot position dot distance. What is it? What is it? Is it vector3 dot distance and then two vector threes? Yes. Okay. Oops. Player position. Cool. So now we have the distance to the player from this object. We get the transform dot position, and then we draw a vector3 dot distance towards the player's position. So now that we have this distance to player, we want to calculate if it is within range. So if distance to player is less than the impact distance, we check for less because, like, let's say distance to player is 5 meters. Well, if the impact distance is 10 meters, that means that the distance to player is below it, meaning that it is within the distance, that it is close enough. So then this is where we're gonna actually activate the impact or the whatever the effect is, basically. Trying to think of how we're gonna do this without making this script super messy over time. But I'll worry about that later, I think. For now, I just want to get some basic hazard functionality working. So we're gonna make a public void. Call it folder explode. All that right here. And in this is where we're actually gonna do the fun stuff. So let me get a force or dot rigid body player dot component rigid body, add force explosion force. What's that? Hello, welcome to the stream. We're coding things. I'm not sure what explosion force is. I don't think I've seen this. This is interesting. There's a force to a rigid body that simulates explosion effects. Well, that sounds cool. Let's try that. Oh. Explosion force, explosion position, explosion radius, upwards modifier. Oh, that's a lot of things. Okay. So we'll do impact force. We could have, do we? Launch power. That's it. Launch power. What else do we need? Explosion position. So that's probably, yeah, that would be, oh, perfect. So I was just thinking, like, how would we, it sounds a little tricky, how would we determine where the explosion comes from? Oh, if we could just use transform our position, actually, that's perfect. So it'll just launch us away from wherever the thing landed is. Did you develop your Know the A app good game make? Yeah, we're working on it. It's a work in progress, but we're hoping to get there. Ideally, the game's eventually going to be on Steam, but that'll be a bit for me. What else do we need? Explosion radius. It's a float? Oh, okay. Just do launch distance, no? Impact distance? Maybe that'll work? And I guess the rest of this is optional. Yeah. Okay, we'll try that, see if that works. Yeah, I should be able to just try that, I think. See if that works. Actually, I don't think we set the... Code not must be the G develop. Sorry, that just completely broke my brain. What? I feel like this is something that's I'm just not familiar with. G develop. Oh, G develop is like a thing. I thought you were just saying things. I've never heard of this. Heard of Godot. G develop. Huh. Interesting. So we need to set the, I guess I never used the Google launch player, but that's fine. Launch distance, well, it set it to 5. Let's see if that, how good that does. Launch power, I don't even know what to set for power, because we don't know how this works yet. So let's just do something. And we'll set it to 1, just to give us a bit of time. should also check though if this is probably going to trigger multiple times, which is concerning. But we'll just leave it for now. So we'll see. Oh, we should actually also add a debug explode, so that we know that this is running and that it's not just like weak or something. Oh, I just realized another thing I do not have OBS right now. We need the control panel. There we go. I was wondering, I was like, I feel like something's missing. And that's what it was. Cool. Okay. Well, just for testing purposes, we're going to set this to 3 seconds. Obviously, it's not going to have a lasting hitbox for 3 seconds in the actual game, but we want to set it to something that we can actually use to test for now, so we can see what it does. Interesting. Another thing I want to do is that these land way too early. Or, yeah, way too early. That's it. So what we're going to do is accidentally hit the wrong button and then mess up everything. That's what we're going to do, okay? We're going to grab all of these and we're just going to move this out. Oh, shoot. We also need these. Just like everything. Oh, does it not? Oh, I can't grab both. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do it separately. So move this back to 5 seconds or so. And also move these back to seconds or so. Just like that. Just paste that. And we'll see how that goes. This will just give us a little bit more time to actually be in the radius of when they're falling. Like that, yeah. Looks like the... Oh, I just realized something that could be a potential problem. Something I just realized is... So these land, right? And then ideally they're going to explode, but they don't actually... how do I say this? Since when the animation ends, they move back up, then the distance no longer works properly. We need to fix that. So, create a new clip and call it idle. Or no. Maybe? Yeah. Call it idle. Oh, idle. This is basically just going to have the position of each at the end. Do that correctly. It's just, so I feel like there's only 3 here. Oh yeah. Which one is this? That is number 2. Okay. Oh, where's number 2? This one. There we go. Perfect. Then we're gonna go to the animator, the hazard one, boulder one idle, and we're just going to place idle. So it's gonna transition to this after, so they're gonna like stay in place basically. They're just gonna stay there forever. We're gonna add some manual code for each of the boulders that makes it disable like its mesh render after it lands and explodes. It makes like the VFX of it exploding, but okay, so it's trying to explode right now. So maybe the force wasn't high enough. Set launch power to 1,000. Just see how it goes. We're getting there. Oh, this is good. How are we detecting this today? Transform the position. If the radius isn't high enough? Float at radius. Could be it. Set the radius to something higher, like 50 maybe? I'm just unsure what values I should be setting on. That's what we're trying to figure out, basically. Oh, okay. Okay. Hold on. This to 100 maybe? No. That's like 5,000. Oh, right. I also need to change it so it only does it once. That could give us a very different result. Let's do that right now, actually. Do a private. What bullshit are we looking for? We'll just do has exploded. Just for this specific thing. So has exploded. Whoops, that's not where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go here. Has exploded. It's true. And we don't want to make it explode again if has exploded is true. So we only want it to explode once. So by default, has exploded will be false, but it'll be true if it triggers the explode function. Yeah, so this is messy for now, but we're figuring it out as we go. I want to figure out what this other one is. Interesting. So I feel like the boulder itself moved more than the car did. Am I crazy? Like, I feel like the boulder actually turned. Let me figure out. What if I set this to 1,000? What if I just set these to crazy numbers, right? Is that my problem? I just don't know what the point of reference is. Oh, You know what? I'm gonna try something. We're gonna make a public vector 3. Actually private vector 3. Explosion. And on start, wake, or actually doesn't matter, let's start with wake. So this will be always well before whenever you actually trigger this. Explosion point equals transform dot position. Then explosion point dot y minus equals 5f. I'm gonna use this because I think it's the explosion point if it's from transform dot position, right? It's like it's level if not higher than it's a level with if or higher than the player, right? I'm trying to figure out what a good position to explode from is, you know what I mean? Because what I'm thinking, right, it just launched me back, but it didn't launch me up because it's not hitting from below. What if I do... What if I make it real low, like pretty low, like 2.5? Because I want it to like launch me up, right? Up and away from it. Still didn't quite... Huh. What if I tried this? Maybe? Let's try this. Oh, that's because it's called on wake. So this is before race controller is an instance. I believe that's why that happened. Excuse me. I wonder if that didn't work because of the of it landing on me. Try disabling the collider. And try that again. I wonder why it launched me that way. It's interesting. It's explosion effects. What does that mean? If we just do add force. Add force position. For 3 force. Ah. Why it's not launching me up. I just think that's very interesting. More than anything else. So Upwards modifier. Oh. Oh. Upwards modifier, you say? Upwards modifier, huh? Okay. That seemed better. I want it to be more up. So what if we set this to 50? Still don't know what these numbers mean. What they do. Well, I obviously know what they're supposed to do. I'm wondering what's the better way to say this. What I should be setting them to. What the average numbers are. I suppose I could just look it up. Man, it's not quite what I was hoping it would do. For this specific hazard, what we're getting so far honestly isn't that bad. It still feels like you're getting like launched away from it, like it's hitting you, right? Like that's gonna mess you up if you get hit by that. So it is doing its purpose. Oh, there we go. That's perfect, actually. That's awesome. Because I was thinking as well, if it's only gonna like actually hit you if you land right under it, right? Then I might as well make it pretty punishing. Because if you manage to land under this thing, that's impressive. Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah, that's the one. I like that. Okay. So this is an important value too. So I'm actually gonna make another rule for that. I'm gonna make a public float. What even was it called? Upwards multiplier? Modifier. Upwards modifier. Cool. Let me just actually set it here. We'll just keep those values we had for now because they did work. They did the job they were going to do, but we'll more than likely change them in the future, right? So let's have 5,000. Okay. So now we need to code the rest of the visuals for it, which is we're going to make a VFX and we're going to make the actual mesh of it disappear when it hits the ground. So it's going to hit the ground, the ball itself is going to disappear, and we're going to spawn a VFX that's like a bunch of little like chunks of the boulder like splitting out and going everywhere. Which we can just keep the boulder itself, right? Like if we go to models. Actually not models, we'll make a folder for prefabs. And we'll put it in there. So we're going to do prefabs. We'll go in and then just drag this boulder in. Go to this, unpack this. So this is going to be a separate prefab that we're going to have no sphere collider, no hazard control. It's just going to be a boulder. And we're just going to use this for the, VFX. So if we go to VFX, I have a couple of VFX in here. I guess one that'd be kind of similar is Drift Smoke, so we're just going to copy paste Drift Smoke. We're going to rename it to Boulder Break. Go into Boulder Break. It'll open like right here instead of Drift Smoke. Or it won't actually, I guess. So just do that. We're only going to need one of these, so we can just disable the second half of this. We want single burst to count of, say, 20. Then we're gonna do, yeah, we'll do velocity random. We'll do 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Actually, we'll make it a little more intense than the y. We'll make it like 0.8. Maybe like this. We want it to launch up into the air more than like just kind of like stay around on the ground. And just so we know what this is actually looking like, we're going to go back to our project. We have this boulder break here. We're going to drag it in and hit play. So we're going to be able to see what this actually looks like. So go back to boulder break. We're going to change main texture. I believe you can make it a... Actually, can't we make it a 3D model? Is that something you can do? Hold on. I actually did check this. Unity VFX. Can you use a 3D model, like a mesh, in VFX Crap? Actually, no, I'm almost certain you can, right? I feel like I've done it before. VFX Graph. You use a 3D model. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have swore I've done it before. But... So I don't want it to be a texture, I want it to be a model. Mesh. Oh. Mesh index? What if I just go to add, and then can I add a mesh here? Probably not, right? 'Cause it's just textures, yeah. Is it shader graph? Is that what I'm looking for? Unity, how to use a mesh in a VFX graph, or in VFX graph. Let's see. Output particle. Oh, I see. Oh, right, of course. So the reason why we couldn't select a mesh is because we have an output particle quad here. We're gonna remove that. And then we're actually going to add a output particle mesh. And as the mesh, we're gonna set a sphere. And for the texture, we're gonna do... let's do that for now. So now if we hit play, now we see these little balls. Actually, which texture is this exactly? Buddha texture. Okay, let's set it to the same thing for now. Great, awesome. So now that we've done that, we're mostly done, honestly. I just need to change a couple things. Set position, we're just going to remove. Do not need that. What else do we have here? So why is it going to it's like the VFX boulder break. What is going on? What is this? What? This is strange. The arrows are not aligned with it at all either. Hold on, let me open that back up. Shit, so I can see it again. Not that there's anything there, but you know, just in case. Okay. So this doesn't look too bad. I'm actually going to change some of these values a little bit. Like this or so should be good. What is this? Perfect model. Okay, that's a little small. We're gonna do set or size. Size over life. Set size over life, yep. And then we're gonna do set color over life. Yeah. Something like that kind of. I'm gonna do set size. Oh. Sets scale, I think. Set. Am I clicking the right thing? Never feels like I am. Scale. Sets. Ah. Sets. Scale. Now it works. Like what? Or no, it's set size, not set scale. Sets. Like what did I click before? Set size. Set it to 1. Try that. About 3. Oh, right, because the set size of our life is overwriting it. Duh. We'll adjust this. Set this to 0.25. This. Oops. Set this to 0.5. And then we're gonna set over here. There's a couple other things we want to do. Add position over life. I think that's it. Or is it set position over life? I'm trying to figure out. I wanted to like shoot a bunch out and they fall back down, right? Actually, we'll make this more complicated later. Mainly for the streams, I just want to get like basic functionality working. So I'm just going to edit this. 5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. Yeah. Actually, I think if we add velocity, reverse it, right? Or actually, we just do this. It's the Y that we want to make funky. So we do down. Huh? That. No? This here. Interesting. -30. How about that? No? Am I misunderstanding this? Over life. 0 to -30. If I just... Huh. Set velocity? Velocity over life. I want it to like go down after. Huh. Yeah, so they just float up currently, right? Because I'm setting the velocity, and then I'm... Actually, what if I just remove this? Right? If I remove that, go to set velocity over life. It's gonna start at 0. Just gonna start at maybe do this. Do 0, 1. And end key is gonna be 1, -10. Like, I don't understand. How would it not move if I'm going from 0 to -10? Right? Or from 1 to -10. Setting the velocity over life. Is it supposed to be in here? I don't think so, right? So velocity over life. Maybe. I'll try it, but I don't think so. Because it's like the same as this, basically. Okay. 30. What? I don't understand. We're not moving at all. With all that velocity. Oh, random did something. What? Velocity over life. Nope. They certainly aren't moving. Nothing. A lot of nothing. Position. Random. Random from curve. don't think this is what I need. Set velocity and that sure did work. Is this? Break A, break B. I don't understand what this means. Is it referring to this A and B? Like, I don't. You get it? This arrow's moving. Heck. What? Guess that can be adjustable in the editor. Apparently. -50, 0, -50, 50, 50, 50. At the ejection. How far it's gonna go, right? No. Yeah, that is an I don't know from me. Set size overlay. Set velocity. Speed, what does that mean? That meters. Use custom. Don't know, don't care. We'll keep that for now. That's something. Actually, do the same thing here. Move that to this 2, 1. It's going across a line, bro. Does that affect anything? No, of course not. Why would it? That'd be silly. Oh, that looks so terrible. We'll just do set velocity. No, set velocity random. Yeah. Number 5. 2.2. 2.5. 2.5. 1. -5, -2, -2, 2, 5, 2. Why does it do it like that? Why is it going online? What? Between -2 and 2, between -2 and 2. Right? Like, am I crazy? Am I perhaps nuts? Or also insane? What? How? Doesn't make any sense. What? It's not how that works. Now you only spawn 3. Okay. Whatever. I don't know. I don't get it. I'll figure that out some other time. That is so strange. Wow. Weird. Alright. Prefabs. We'll just use it for now. Even though it's the worst VFX I have ever seen in my entire life. We'll just use it for now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to instantiate that in the spot of where the boulder explodes. So we're going to get a public game object. Explode VFX. Then what we're going to do is instantiate that explode VFX at the position of this boulder when it lands, and also disable the mesh render on it. So when we impact, we're going to component mesh render dot enabled equals false. So we're going to disable the mesh render. And we're going to do instantiate explode VFX this transformed position. I want to make sure that it's set to the position of this object. Vector 3 to transform. Okay, I guess that works. Right. And then we have to make sure that also the mesh render enables for the so we go get component mesh render enabled. Oops. Enabled is true because we want to have it appear again for the next time that it is going to do the thing. Ugh. All right. So I guess idle should actually be... I might have to do this a bit differently. Whatever, it's fine for now. Let's see. So, let's call boulders. We're going to assign boulder break to that. For now, drive up to this. Bam. Now I didn't see the VFX, if I'm not mistaken. What if we... Actually, no, what should be... From parent. Oh, no, I don't want to set it to the... Actually, I think we just do this. Explode VFX dot transform position equals transform position. I'm just going to set it to the same position right now as the object that we're using to instantiate it. For now, these VFX are just going to exist in the scene, but later on what we're going to do is we're going to make, I'm going to try and figure out how to do object pooling, which is a convenient method for like VFX and stuff like that, that will be used multiple times throughout a game. That, whoa. Yep, it definitely works. I'm gonna need to back up so I can actually see if the VFX is working. Or at least spawning. It's not gonna look good, obviously. Anyways, object pooling. So basically what it is instead of just instantiating and destroying your VFX over and over, you use object pooling. Okay, that doesn't work. Cool. Use object pooling to basically, how do I explain this? You use it to, like, let's say I have these 4 boulders. They each have a VFX that they're going to instantiate. We could have a bunch of, we can have an object pooling, basically tell them, okay, don't instantiate these. Just grab the existing VFX that you instantiated earlier and just set it to this position again. Don't reinstantiate it, don't destroy anything. Just put it back here in place of the VFX where it was before, and then make it play again. So essentially, we're just recycling instead of just directly throwing it out every time. Is the basics of it. How do you set it up exactly? Great question. I don't know, because I've never done it before. But it's a useful thing to learn because it's good for performance, especially in a game like this where I'm gonna have a lot of different hazards and there's gonna be quite a bit of stuff that's like instantiating and destroying and whatever. So it'd be better to just have them. It'd be better to just for performance. It's just better. Thinking about performance is like a good thing. Fact. Okay, cool. So yeah, that works. They successfully land on us and they launch us when we run into them, which is great. So we're gonna set the duration to 1 instead. So we have to be really close for it to actually affect us. Or not, yeah, we have to be really close or that's the distance, I mean. We have to be right, like, there when it hits us. Like that. That was great. Yeah, that's awesome. Another thing I kind of wanted to do was, we'll do one more thing before we get going, because I kind of wrap this up a bit soon. So when we get hit by this, I want to set stunned to true, and I also want to set it so that when we're stunned, we don't have as much angular drag in the air. So you'll notice, like, when I got launched, my car like just straightened out super easily. It didn't feel very like crazy wacky, like we got launched and started flipping, which is what we want. We want us to like flip and stuff because that's awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna declare a variable in the player for that, and we're gonna adjust it when we are stunned. So if we hit play, right? If we hit play and then we go to our rigid body. I don't know if I already declared a variable for this. I might have. Let's see. Yeah, angular drag right here. It's in the vehicle. So you have an angular drag of 3. We go down to the rigid body, which is right here. we have a variable for angular drag. So if we set this to, let's say, 0, like it is by default, if I'm remembering correctly, and then we run through this again, then you'll see my car just starts flipping like crazy. Now, obviously, the camera is terrible. The camera's like really bad. But that's okay. We'll fix that another time. So yeah, that's exactly what we want to adjust. In order to do that, what we will do is we'll do get component. Actually, what we'll do is get component player controller, and then we'll call a function called stun, and then we're going to stun for 1 second. So if we go into player controller, we'll create this function at the bottom. Let's say do public void stun float stun time. Good. There we go. So when this is activated, we set stunned to true. And then we're going to add a wait and do and set it back to false after the stun time is up. So we're going to look for a wait and do, such as this one right here. We're going to move this into here. Let's set this to stun time. And after it's done, stunned equals false. We also need to get M vehicle, it's angular drag, set it to 0, and set it back to 3. Awesome. Now, if I did that correctly, then when we approach this, I'm going to go right about like here. It's going to launch us, and then gradually we're going to turn back. Great, so now angular drag is back to 3. And these boulders are just kind of left here, which we'll fix another time, I will say. Whoa. Okay, I think I changed the way the camera is since last time. This does not feel like normal. I must have tried to like fix something. Because the camera's been bugging me a bit. There was one specific setting I had it on that was mostly good, but there was one specific thing about it that was bugging me. Yeah, like this is just not correct. So I'll figure that out later. Anyways, so yeah, I'm probably just gonna wrap this up. I'm just gonna drive around the track a little bit before we wrap up. Next time I'm gonna stream, I don't know, maybe next week, sometime next week possibly, or it might have to be the week after. We'll see. I do have some free days next week, but it's also a very busy week, so I don't know if I'm gonna stream. I might be too tired and or exhausted and or demotivated because of being tired and or exhausted. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. I may stream next week. If I do, then I will. If I don't, then I don't. So there you go. Yeah, like look at that. You could still see the thing. Can I? Oh yeah, arrow keys. That's it. Wee bonk. Awesome. Cool. Well, that being said, thank you for tuning in. We made a bit of progress today. Just a little extra progress. Got hazards implemented for the most part. The rest of them, that being the impact of the boulders. So now when a boulder lands, for about a second, it'll have a detection where if you're near it, then it will watch you. I'm going to be reducing it from 1 even further, because, like, obviously, if you're going up to a boulder and it lands, and then it hits you, like, a full second after it hits the ground, and, like, launches you a full second after it hits the ground, that's not really good. You know what I mean? You would more want it to, it would make more sense if it's, like, only really when it, like, lands on you. So it'll probably set it to, like, 0.5 seconds would be better. But that'll all be stuff that will be figured out gradually. Let's see. So, yeah. Said, thanks for watching, and until next time. Whatever that may be.